Hey there, I'm Adrienne, your go-to guide on this empowering journey to self-love and authenticity. I've transformed my own struggles into strengths, and now I help others navigate their path to their inner knowing and create personal fulfillment. On this show, we're not shying away from tough conversations. We're diving headfirst into topics like self-worth, overcoming limiting beliefs, challenging societal norms, and creating a life that's not just successful, but truly fulfilling. We're all about blending heartfelt, soul-searching chats with practical, actionable strategies. Think of this podcast as your trusty compass on the path to your most authentic life, mixed with a cozy fireside chat with a dear friend. Ready to uncover your true self and lead a life that's in sync with your deepest desires? You're in the right place, friend. Welcome to the Live Your Truth, Love Your Life podcast. Hey there, friends. Adrienne here. Welcome back to Live Your Truth, Love Your Life. Today, I wanted to quickly throw down on the topic of self-love. In the intricate dance of life, where we constantly juggle relationships, responsibilities, personal aspirations, there's one fundamental relationship that often gets overlooked, the one we have with ourselves. Developing a loving relationship with ourselves is not just a fanciful idea. It's vital to our personal growth and happiness. But what does having a loving relationship with ourselves entail? To put it simply, it's about treating yourself with the same kindness, understanding, and support that you naturally extend to the people you care about. It's about being your own best friend, champion, and comforter all rolled into one. We're often our own harshest critics. Think about it. We truly are. The patience you show to a friend struggling with a problem, the encouragement that you give a partner pursuing a dream, or the unconditional support that you provide to a family member, no strings attached. Do you extend the same courtesy to yourself? For many of us, the answer is unfortunately no. The journey to self love begins with awareness. Start by recognizing the discrepancy between how you treat others and how you treat yourself. Are you as patient with your own mistakes as you are with others? Do you encourage yourself with the same enthusiasm you show when encouraging a friend? So, I've got some tips for you to consider for cultivating self love. Maybe you actively practice one or two of them already, and that is incredible. Keep that up and add another if you can. Maybe you haven't practiced any of these tips yet. I say yet because if you don't already, that is completely fine. But if you want to improve your relationship with yourself, consider trying at least one of them to start. One, speak kindly to yourself. Begin by becoming aware of your inner dialogue. And I have a free guide on my website that's all about transforming your self talk. If you find that you're not being kind to yourself with that inner dialogue, you want to work towards replacing that criticism with compassion. It's not easy, but the goal is to speak to yourself like you would to a loved one. If you don't already have that guide, just pop on over to my website, www.adriennecrowley.com. The link is also in the show notes for the guide. And just download it, go through it. It might give you some ideas to transform that self talk, to silence that inner critic. The second thing, celebrate your achievements. I know I'm kind of a broken record with that one. I talk about it a lot, but you want to celebrate yourself. No victory is too small to celebrate. We're always looking forward to the next thing, but how often do we stop to acknowledge how far we've come, our effort, our success? Oftentimes we hit that point that we wanted to hit, we reach that goal, and then we just keep moving. But take time for yourself, celebrate the little things. Really, no matter how small they are, acknowledge your efforts with the same enthusiasm that you would if you were a friend. Third thing, prioritize your needs. Just as you would insist a loved one takes care of their health and their well being, do the same for yourself. Prioritizing self care is a profound act of self love. Oftentimes, when we get busy, when life hits us, when there's tons of stuff going on, when things aren't going the way that we want them to, one of the first things that we let go of is taking care of ourselves, prioritizing our own physical, emotional, and mental well being. So I encourage you to examine what you need. Self-care is taking care of yourself. What do you need right now? And give yourself that. Do that for yourself. That is self-love. Fourth thing, Forgive yourself. We all make mistakes. Learning to forgive yourself with the same grace that you extend to others is a crucial step towards loving yourself more. Stop being ashamed of the thing that you did 20 years ago. Who cares? Who cares? It happened. It's done. It's over. You can't change what already happened. Learn what you can from it and move on. That's part of life. You're not going to be perfect. When you know better, you do better, right? That famous quote, Maya Angelou, when you know better, you do better. So those things that maybe you didn't quite get right, the decisions that you made that weren't great, forgive yourself, move on. Give yourself that peace, give yourself that grace. Fifth thing, set boundaries. Just as you respect others' boundaries, hopefully, establish and honor your own. It's a significant way of showing respect for yourself. By boundaries, I mean know what you're okay with and know what you're not. And if somebody crosses that line, speak up for yourself. The sixth thing is practice gratitude for yourself. I talk about gratitude a lot, practicing gratitude, having a gratitude practice, exploring the why behind you're grateful, and tying the emotion to it so you can fill yourself with that feeling as you consider the thing that you're grateful for. We often practice gratitude for the things in our lives that we have, the people in our lives, the experiences. But how often do you express gratitude for your qualities, your achievements, your growth, the things about you, the things that make you unique? How often do you acknowledge those things and allow yourself to feel grateful? This is a practice of acknowledging your worth. It's a practice of acknowledging your strengths. It's a practice of celebrating yourself. And acknowledging your worth, it strengthens your self-love. So as you start treating yourself with the love and respect that you deserve, maybe you're already there, or maybe you need to work at it. You'll notice a ripple effect in various aspects of your life. These practices don't just improve the relationship that you have with yourself, you will see them spill into the other areas of your life. Your relationships will improve when you operate from a place of self-assuredness and contentment. Your decision making becomes easier when you trust and value your intuition. Personal and professional growth accelerate when you believe in your capabilities. So, as we wrap up, I invite you to consider that developing a loving relationship with yourself is not a selfish act, it is a necessary one. By giving yourself the kindness, understanding, and support that you give others, you're not just enhancing your well being, you're setting the stage for a more fulfilling life. The journey of self love, it's ongoing, it is a practice. It's something that we need to continuously flex our muscle on, get a little bit better at, revisit, reevaluate how we're doing it, try some new techniques, try some new practices. It's ongoing, it changes, it evolves. But no matter how small, any step towards self-love is a step towards a happier, more contented you. So just think about that. Until next time, live your truth, love your life. That's it for today's episode, my friends. Thanks so much for joining me on the Live Your Truth, Love Your Life podcast. To get even more out of today's conversation, don't forget to swing by the show notes and download your freebie. Want to keep the conversation going? I'd love to hear what spoke to you most today. Head on over to my Instagram at Live Your Truth, Love Your Life and drop me a comment. I'm always excited to connect and learn more about you. Remember, the journey towards living your truth and loving your life is a rewarding one. New episodes are dropping each Monday and Thursday, and I can't wait for next time. Until then, have a fantastic week.